Well, thanks again, Julie, for having me. Keith Pierce, CMO of Gainsight. Really excited to talk to you today about how you turn data into deals and how you use AI to build your expansion pipeline. If you're like me, you're under tremendous pressure to build pipeline. And so many marketers put so much of their budgets around what we've been trained and rewarded to do, which is go find the net new customer, go find the new logo. Our CEOs love to read in transcripts on earning calls that we have X% of the Fortune 500, or we have the top 8, 10 banks, and you've all heard the verbatims. But our belief and my belief, especially in the times, is the pipeline is waiting within your customer base. And so that's what we want to talk about, how we can help you do that today. So, just to give you a sense of why this is so important and to underscore it, this is where your account teams are. This is where your sales teams are. This is where your C levels have executive sponsorships. It's where your renewal teams are. And so 60 to 70% of your revenue is coming from existing customers. And it's kind of like, it hasn't been the cool thing in marketing you do install base or expansion marketing, but I think this is what the times call for. To state the obvious, customers that acquire more products from you, when you do that renewal, are much more likely to be sticking around as they grow. And then obviously you have the lifetime value of multi-year customers versus kind of the one and dones. So let's just be real. Have we tapped into our customers as a revenue source? And I think if we looked internally, especially with pipe to spend ratio metrics and CAC, measures on top of us, these are great performers when it comes to those kind of financial metrics. And it really starts with visibility into the right customer data. The worst emails I've ever gotten, and I know our audience can relate to these, are the emails from customers on a campaign that say, thank you so much for drumming up why you guys are awesome. I've been a customer for 10 years, right? Like, go fix your database. You're smiling, Joyce. I know you've gotten those too. And the reason that happens is, it's the human error, but it's part of that ethos of go win the new instead of thinking about the existing. And look, to state the obvious, we are buying a lot of technology today as CMOs and as marketing teams that leverage AI to determine intent. We're all looking for the signal. And so we're ingesting a lot of data into our systems that can tell us who's in market, who the right persona is, what they've done. The reality is, when you think about selling to existing customers, all that data is within your four walls. I mean, you have the data. It's in the form of support tickets. It's in the form of emails between reps and customers. It's in recorded meetings and calls that you have transcripts of. It's in chat and Slack interactions. And what are those things? Well, there are things where a customer is saying something about a competitor. There's some things where a customer is talking about an expansion opportunity or an upsell. And there is a treasure trove of information around advocacy and signal for advocacy. I love this. Thanks for the fix. And so I'm going to show you kind of how we can identify those signals. This is really the genesis of a capability we have called Staircase. Staircase is an AI natural language processing capability with sentiment analysis that looks at any recorded interaction you've had in your company and mines it for signal for upsell, cross-sell, expansion, retention, customer health, a number of things.